Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another edition of One Trick Wednesday! Today, it's going to be spellcaster only, which means you can only make units that can cast spells, whether auto-cast or manually cast, and static defense. Alrighty then, in the bottom left-hand corner of game number 1, we have the red Protoss player Got. Here on Acolyte, the Ladder Edition, and in the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is White Dragon. Alright, so a PVT here for those of you who have been asking for PVTs on the channel. Sorry, it's been taking me a while to get around to those. Just a lot of amazing ZVTs and ZVPs I've wanted to cast. But PVT is also a wonderful matchup, and we will see it featured first of all in this One Trick Wednesday. So this is kind of my answer to Fun Day Monday that Day 9 used to do, but has since moved on to Hearthstone, sadly. I figured someone would have to pick up that baton and make it happen. Now, which one of these players is doing the challenge? I honestly don't know. I don't recognize either of these names. They're both kind of walling off at the front here, which is interesting. I haven't seen this strategy very much, and for both of them to just wall off immediately, kind of greedily try to get all these three of these bases, should allow each of them to get into the mid-game fairly unscathed. Very quick double gas here from Got, which just, it reads Game of Thrones to me. It just does. And double refinery here from White Dragon, too. Although his timing, yeah, it's a little early. It's definitely a little bit early here. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I mean, let's see. Reapers definitely count as spellcasters. So this could be our spellcaster player, White Dragon here. Let's see, pull up our Reaper names. This is Devour's Children. Somebody says, I'm going through all my old Reaper names and improving them until we reach the point where I stop submitting them because Falcon is no longer accepting names. The legendary Zergling Devour's Children has come back from insurrection, and this time he has evolved the ability to mimic human speech and make himself appear as a Reaper to both Terran and Protoss. Devour's Children has managed to infiltrate a Dominion base and has begun seeding the rations of a special form of infestation that will keep the intelligence of the Terrans but bind them to his will. If Devour's Children is not killed within the first 7 minutes of the game, the infestation will kick in and all Terran players' units will become slaves to Devour's Children. Dang, son. That's pretty intense. All right, 7 minutes on this Reaper. You think he can do it? I don't know. Okay, so there's a Zealot, which is technically a caster because he can get charge. That's something that was clarified in the comments of last time's One Trick Wednesday here, so that's totally fine, but I think you have to get the upgrade as soon as you can is how this works. I think that's how this works? I think that's how this works. SCV for White Dragon scouting pretty well. Don't lose this SCV for no reason. Lost the SCV for no reason. Mothership Core here, definitely a caster unit. And did I say that Stim counted? Can't remember if I said if Stim counted or not, but you know what? I think it does. I think Stim counts. So Marines and Marauders are on the table here. Definitely on the table. 3 cannons defending. This has to be our caster player. Got does. Nobody's going to wall off this hard unless you're trying to get to something that is casterific. Although, again, giant wall from White Dragon, too. And an engineering bay. Going double orbital command. Hasn't taken his third base quite yet. Still dark over here. And actually the same thing for Got. So both players actually kind of mirroring each other, strangely enough. Anyway, I think I lost my train of thought there, but what I was saying was One Trick Wednesday is an answer to Day 9's Fun Day Monday, where he would give his subscribers challenges, they would fulfill the challenges, and then he would kind of highlight maybe this is something that can change the meta, maybe this is something that is a way StarCraft can be played in the future, or kind of highlight a way to kind of abuse certain mechanics. Like there was a Mass Queen that he ran once that actually was pretty darn interesting, even back before Queens got their buff to anti-air. It was a pretty interesting way to see them used. That's kind of what we're looking for here, is looking for things that kind of make us learn, entertain us about StarCraft 2 as well. Honestly, submissions are way down for this thing, you guys. I think we might need to take a quick break. Take a quick break from this feature. I only got 5 people, 5 different players submitted replays for this particular one. So we're going to do whatever you voted for the one after this. We'll do that. We're going to take a break after that one. So one more after today, and then we'll bring it back maybe in a month or so. I think that also allows me to get up some more just regular casts during the week and allow people time to kind of recharge their batteries, recharge their creativity when it comes to One Trick Wednesday, because that's kind of what it is all about, really. So double Stargate here from Got. Void Rays have a spell. They have Prismatic Alignment. So perhaps Mass Void Ray going to be in play here. Mass Reaper here from Dragon. So both players are adhering to this. Build Raven from White Dragon. I almost said White Raven because why shouldn't I say White Raven? If I had to put money down on this right now, I would have to say our blue player, White Dragon, is the one doing the challenge. He's the one. He's specifically only made units that can cast spells, not ones that can cast spells after they've been upgraded, which is more within, like, letter of the law. High sec auto tracking coming in. Increasing the range of auto turrets, right? Yeah, auto turrets, missile turrets, planetary fortresses, and point defense drones. So 2 things upgraded on the Raven here. Raven, definitely a spellcaster in and of itself. More Ravens in production here from White Dragon. And a +1 air weapon. So it's going to be, interestingly enough, going to be Void Ray versus Reaper Raven. The only thing that can shoot up there is auto turrets. These Ravens are going to have to be good to deal with these Void Rays. I mean, this isn't a super high level game. As you can tell, it's 6 minutes in. We're at 60 supply with really nothing going on to this point and only 2 bases. I lied. 3rd base on the way from White Dragon. 3rd base on the way. I apologize profusely. Look at this cannon placement from Got, though. He really doesn't want to get dropped back here. And you know what? More power to you. Fear is a good motivator. Fear can teach you a lot and keep you safe in situations like this. So, all right, 2 cannons. I don't think you should go in there, Raven. Raven? Yeah. Not really going to go in there. Swinging around, trying to see maybe an auto turret up here would be kind of fun, but just more scouting, trying to see if there's extra bases involved for the Protoss player. 3rd base has been staged like it's ready to go, but is not there yet, and Raven just kind of continuing to poke around. So we're going to speed this up just a little tiny bit, because that's what we do in these. We want to get to the interesting parts of One Trick Wednesday matches, and when we're building up to where we want to be, it can be a little bit slow. So yeah, Reaper Raven from White Dragon. All right, I'm already excited about this one. This is fantastic. I mean, he hasn't made any stalkers, so God technically is fulfilling the challenge too. But I really am going to put my money on White Dragon here. Raven Reaper is just so weird. I don't know what to do with it. Raven, you done anything yet? No, there are cannons in great, just fantastic places to keep this Raven away. Seriously, low-level players, if you're just getting wrecked by drops by Terran, a few cannons in some good places will really help you. Help you a lot. Static defense is nothing to be ashamed of. Yeah, Mass Raven, we're ketrocking this thing with Reaper support, of all things, and a battle cruiser with Yamato cannon as a spell coming in too. Yes, very much double expanding his White Dragon. He's up to 5 bases. Well, 2 of them are in production, 3 fully running right now, where 3 bases are done for GOT. 45 to 68 total harvesters, and no one has done any major attacks to this point. The Ravens have thought about it, but haven't actually pulled anything off. And our Protoss player has just turtled as hard as a Protoss player can, which maybe not as much. Maybe not as much as Terran, but still pretty effective nevertheless. Yeah, there's Yamato cannon. Well, weapon refit, which is Yamato cannon. More and more Void Rays on the way here. Robotics facility coming in from GOT, and actually that means no observers. Wait, did I say observers, overseers? I don't know if I said. These are hard to clarify exactly what is allowed, you guys. It is really difficult. All right, missile turrets on the way, recognizing the threat of this Void Ray player. 16 Void Rays. And now going into carrier is GOT. So we're sky tossing it hard today. And really, this is kind of a good map to do it. 3 bases is about the sweet spot for sky toss. But if your opponent goes for 5 bases while you're sitting on 3 bases, it can kind of come back to bite ya. You better get some stuff done with the sky toss army is all I'm trying to say. Ravens in production, yep, 3 at a time. Here from White Dragon, getting a +1 vehicle and ship plating. Going to be ship plating for all intents and purposes. And was that a 6th base? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th base for White Dragon, just outside of his main and kind of across the way from this really safe base inside his own area. So let's slow it down as Ketrok is moving out with some battle cruiser operational support. Cannons are a bit of a problem here, but I think enough auto turrets tossed on down should be enough to wipe these things out. Also, Yamato cannon does one-shot cannons. Really good against static defense. Really good against a lot of things, actually. I mean, how much damage does it do? 300 damage is a lot to one-shot a lot of stuff. Broodlords, one-shot. Photon cannons, one-shot. Carriers, not one-shot. But Void Ray is one-shot. Void Ray is one-shot, only 250 hit points. And there's the mothership Coming in for God here too. Warping in. What is this? It is morphing. These morph, which, fair enough. I guess it is changing from one thing to another. White Dragon trying to find a nice angle of attack. Can he figure this thing out? Is the question of this game. And, oh, maybe Seeker Missile? Maybe. Oh, PDD's up. PDD's up, but then that doesn't stop Void Ray attacks, does it? Run! Run, White Dragon! Seeker Missiles on top of everything. Oh, my gosh. Oh! Wow! That Seeker Missile clumping was sick. Yamato Cannon taking out the wounded carriers and suddenly just lost everything. He lost 3 carriers and 16 Void Rays in about 20 seconds. 197 to 75 total supply. White Dragon is definitely up. Got is still just kind of blinking. What exactly happened there? Is the question of the day. Dude, you have more stuff. Bring your battle cruisers. Bring your Ravens on down. Make it a party. Make it a party here. The mothership has arrived. It's pretty useful, I guess. Is he waiting for Yamato Cannon to come up again? That's a long cooldown. That is a long, long cooldown. About 60 in-game seconds, which is forever. Cannon's getting some shots off here. There's the PDD absorbing the shots. And now you can come in and finish off these cannons. No big deal. Nobody's shooting at you anymore. Mothership trying to blindside ya. Coming in from the left side. Does kill a Raven. PDD up and out of energy. And there come the Seeker Missiles again. On top of the Sky Toss. The thing is, they're not really fast enough to run. Not a bad idea, actually. Trying to get some auto turrets down here. Even just with a couple carriers and a mothership, it's a pretty intimidating sight for this Terran army. Dude, there we go. Bringing everybody. Bringing the Reapers along here now. Carriers do not have a spell they can cast. So definitely our Terran player, who is our hero today, trying to make this thing work with battle cruisers and Ravens. Since Mass Raven totally works, the Yamato Cannon takes down the mothership. But 2 carriers, tactical jumps out of there. Does White Dragon tactical jumping away? I know I've said this before, but seriously, tactical jump I think is intended to use as a retreat option, not as an attack option. Slow fly over to your opponent's base, and then tactical jump out of there when you're in trouble, saving your battle cruiser's life. The biggest problem battle cruisers have is they can't run away when they're under fire, but tactical jump removes that entirely. All right, so many bases for White Dragon. He's on 6 bases, 3 bases here for our Protoss player. It's going to be a rough go of it here. 199 to 99 total supply. White Dragon has exactly 100 supply more than his opponent. +1/+1 done for the battle cruisers. Got Reapers checking to make sure. Is there anything down here we can kill? No, there's a carrier here though. Run! Couple of Reapers getting massacred. Yamato Cannon fire on those interceptors too. Reapers checking. Are you sure there's no other bases? Dang. Alright, no other bases. The river gets taken down with a Raven and a battle cruiser combination here, and this front door is not very strong. There are a bunch of actually. Oh, okay, so 1 carrier here, and here we go. PDDs and Seeker Missiles. And can they run away? They're not even trying to run away here. Battle cruisers not necessarily attacking as they should here. There we go. Yamato Cannon starting to fire. You can see it on top of these BCs, and they are gone. Goodbye, carrier group. 192 to 64 total supply. This base is toast. Got with the Rage Quit, and White Dragon is victorious today using battle cruisers and Ravens with Reaper support. Reapers didn't do a whole lot, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, so that's it for game number 1 of One Trick Wednesday. We'll come back with more fun in just a second. Welcome back, StarCraft fans, to One Trick Wednesday. This is game number 2 of Spellcaster Only, and it will be between Wolfman and Uriel on Abyssal Reef, the latter edition. In the top left-hand corner of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Wolfman. And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Uriel, which I just Googled. And Uriel is a wild sheep with long legs and relatively small horns, native to Central Asia. So if I know anything about wolves versus sheep, Wolfman's going to win this game. I've not watched this before, but based on the names, that is my prediction. Abyssal Reef, otherwise known as the Fishy Map, it is underwater, which means that corpses will float up to the top instead of lying on the ground and disintegrating. And there's a shark named Sheila somewhere around here. Oh, there she is. Wow, that was quick. Hey, Sheila the Shark, how you doing? Got some bubbles coming out of your head somehow. I never really understood how that works. Why are there bubbles coming out of her head? Oh, she's moving. She's moving too. All right, we're going to zoom back in a little bit in the early stages of this game. Now, the game for us becomes who is going to be spellcaster only-ing? Again, based on the fact we have double gas from Uriel, I'm going to make a quick guess that Uriel is going to be the one doing the spellcaster only challenge. If we get any Zerglings at all from Wolfman, it means that he's not doing the challenge because Lings are not casters. They have nothing, whether a passive ability or an active spell that they can cast. So let's just keep that in mind here. My screeners, again, super thanks to all of them, Jonathan and Jackson and Logan, for putting their time in, making sure only the best of the submissions make it into here. I got about 8 or 9 of the 5 players that sent it in, and these 4 of them made the cut. Running around this probe trying to scout things out for Uriel. I like this very much. Just, you know what, scouting is wonderful. You can see an early Roach Warren if that's going to pop up, an early lair upgrade. Also good to know about. And Cybernetics Core on the way. Uriel is not getting any Zealot, but that double gas, very early double gas, very interesting to be sure. No probe, don't die. Go home. Just go home if you're going to die. There you go. Getting the heck on out of there. Any Lings in production? Actually, no. Wolfman not making any Zerglings, so Wolfman could be. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, okay, that's a caster. That is a sentry capable of casting Hallucination, Force Field, and Guardian Shield. What does it say it is? Energy Manipulator Unit. Huh. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Energy Manipulator Unit is what StarCraft calls the sentry. Forge on the way, which is good if, again, you're going spellcaster only here, because that means... Can that drone not get through there? Seriously? Wow. Can't do it. Static defense is allowed, so some cannons to keep you alive until you can get a lot of spellcasters out would be nice. Wonderful. Mothership core out. Double pylon at the front. Going to one base this thing for Uriel. Meanwhile, back here in Zergland, again, just queens, which are casters. They've got transfusion. They've got spawn creep tumor. They have spawn larva. Masked queen would be an interesting strat. Oh, check this action out. Wolfman proxy hatching. Yes, one of my favorite things in all of StarCraft is the proxy hatch, whether it's Brood War or StarCraft 2. Seeing a proxy hatch just gets me excited because I know something crazy is going to happen. It's going to be a real close back and forth battle. Unless, of course, Uriel decides to scout down here, which, I mean, so far not. And I don't see that changing necessarily. This is very interesting. Both players, once again, could be going for the spellcaster only thing, although is getting Ling speed. 12 Lings on the way. Okay, so Wolfman is not. I repeat, Wolfman is not doing the challenge, which means my early guess might be incorrect here. People do send in losses to these, though. One Trick Wednesday is not full of just wins from the challengers. Sometimes they try it, and it fails because it's really difficult. Roach Warren coming up for Wolfman. This is real scary. Oh, finally the scout. Trying to get down there and throw down a Nexus. Photon Overcharge up for 3 Lings. That probably was an overreaction, but that's okay. Mothership Core does have enough for one more Photon Overcharge. Speedlings are cruising across the map. They are very fast to get here. And there goes your hatch. It has popped for Wolfman right at the front door of Uriel. Probe trying to bait the Lings up into these cannons again, which is good. Thinning the ranks of the Zerglings is great. Also, Mothership Core realizing there's nothing here that can shoot up, so let's get some stuff killed. Trying to kill what? The drones are a real good target here. They can turn themselves into spore crawlers and really ruin your day. There we go. Getting some drone attacks on in. This drone does change itself into a spore. Very smart to do that. And a queen's going to pop out here too, so this Mothership Core better be very, very careful because this queen, when she's out... Oh, the Ling's getting through, not holding the line. Yes, Force Field's trying to save the day. Oh, one sentry. The sentry's kept alive as the Lings decide to go after the probes instead. I don't know about this. Photon Overcharge killing more of these Lings. Cannons having a field day here too. 6 kills, 7 kills on those cannons. This pylon has 7 kills. Another pylon has 5. So basically 36 Lings have died for 4 probes. That does not seem like a fair trade. Lings going up a ramp like this is just suicide. You know what? If the Protoss wants to move out, use your Lings to surround them and kill them. That's great. But otherwise, use Roaches, use Ravagers to get up this ramp. Or just try to starve your opponent out. Don't even go up the ramp. Make sure they're not taking a secret base behind your back all along this left side or even really across the map too. Could be doing that. You don't know. I actually did cast an Into the Void a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago now, where the Zerg player was contained by the Protoss player in the cannon rush, but managed to sneak out some drones and expand 2 or 3 times where the Protoss player had no idea what was happening. So, you know, let that be a lesson to you. It could happen to you. Zerglings and roaches trying to deal with this, and it's just not, I mean, it's okay. They're doing some damage, but they haven't really killed anything, and force fields are going to be amazing here too. There is actually an Oracle coming in for Uriel, which is, again, fantastic against Zerglings and drones and things. This is Marge Simpson. When Homer goes missing after accidentally flying into the Caprulu sector, Marge comes across an Oracle and pilots it in search of her husband in this war-torn part of the galaxy. Revelation thrown down, not really trying to kill anything, with 2 queens and 2 spores at this really, you know, aggressive third base here that Wolfman has. It's a rough deal. Cannons, photon overcharges. These roaches are not having a good day. They take out 1 cannon, but everybody else is dead. Resources lost here is 350 for the Protoss compared to 1,800 for Wolfman. Yeah. Again, that's what happens when you try to go up ramps. You don't have the wherewithal to do it. Mass Oracle, possibly, here for Uriel, and it's fair. It's within the rules. Caster. These Oracles are, they've got Pulsar Beam, Stasis Ward, Revelation. Actually, they can't do anything without casting, so unlike the Sentry, which does have kind of a basic attack. Overlords coming down. The rally just means if this base dies, those Overlords die, and Wolfman's going to be supply blocked. So I don't recommend rallying your Overlords down to your aggressive proxy hatch. Keep them home, where they can be protected a little bit more easily and retreat if necessary. All right, a Spine Crawler push looks like it's going to happen here from the Wolfman. I guess you do need some Overlords to maybe spot the high ground. Also, some Ravagers would be fantastic here for Wolfman. I'm not sure if he is aware they exist. As he's making Banelings, he's going to try to Baneling bust the frontier of Uriel. Oh, they are visible. The Banelings are visible. Here to our Protoss player. 3 Oracles moving out, and you know what? There's really not much back home to stop them from murdering all of the drones. There's just really not. The question is if they're going to go. Banelings trying to come in. Guess what? Force Field's amazing against Baneling busts. Banelings just getting killed. 10 Banelings dying. 11 Banelings dying. None of them exploding anywhere near where they want to explode and kill the Protoss stuff here. Uriel is doing this extremely well for being stuck on 1 base. And the opponent is technically on 3, 27 to 22 workers, but the Oracles are moving. And that worker count is going to start plummeting very, very soon. 3 Oracles can kill a queen. No big deal here. They need to stop stopping. What are you worried about? Go! Actually, what are you looking at? Your front door. All right. Here we go. Going to toss down some force fields. Focusing on the front here makes sense. Photon overcharge on this pylon, which has 13 kills. It's kind of been the way to go. Looks like the roaches are going to focus it down here, and they do get the pylon, but everybody else is dead. Everyone else is dead. Drones attacking for someone, for Wolfman, or for some reason. I don't understand what that is. Queen's actually doing better than most stuff here, but 1 gets killed by a cannon, which does have 8 total kills. 19 kills on this one. It's unpowered. Repowering this cannon seems like it'd be a priority here for Uriel. Also, please, please, for the love of all that is holy, get your Oracles in here and just wipe out your opponent's economy. There's nothing to stop you from doing this. Your own indecision. Zerglings running in here again. Force fields and sentries. Pretty good combination against these Lings. Cannon, 10 kills on it. 11 kills on this guy now. I mean, it's just been so many dead things. 83 dead Lings, 13 dead roaches, 13 dead Banelings, and a queen and 2 drones. Just so many dead Zerg units. And these Oracles, once again, are killing me. I think Uriel forgot about them. Sent them all the way up here, forgot they existed. Because that absolutely could end the game. Just going to throw that out there. So it's going to be Mothership Core Sentry Oracle from Uriel, and so far so good, honestly. Getting +2 attack for the sentries, which seems a little bit interesting, but that's okay. Again, Ravagers for Wolfman. Pro tip for Zerg players in this situation. Ravagers, Corrosive Biling, this stuff from the low ground is your friend. It is quite possibly the best friend you will ever have. Roaches on their own, not actually great at doing this. Spine Crawler trying to come up. Cannon can reach it from the high ground. Oh, the Oracles are moving. Oh, they're so close. There it is. Pulsar Beam engaged, and all the drones are going to die. Meanwhile, there's an attack up at the front here. Roaches trying to come on in, trying desperately to do this. Recognizing perhaps... No. Got the queen. No. Move into the main. Don't try to get this hatch. Go into the main. But again, focusing here on the front door. Fair enough. Dude, this cannon has 22 kills. It's going to get more when all is said and done. Queens do take down the Mothership Core, which is wonderful news. Oracles, do they still have Pulsar Beam enabled? No, but they can re-engage it here. Oh, it's not enough. It's not enough. Queen pulsar beamed down. Spore Crawler needs to be killed here. Shoot, drones just running for their lives at this point. I mean, this is a graveyard. If you want to stay here, you're going to die. Letting the Spore Crawler come up, interestingly enough, are they? Oh, don't transfer to the natural base. There's no safety for you here. Oh, Bart Simpson. 7 kills, 10 kills, 8 kills on these guys. Oh, drones even coming up. This Zerg player is not the best Zerg player I've ever seen. We're going to finish off this natural hatchery. Boosh. Why not? We're down to 1 drone for Wolfman. It's suddenly 11 to 53 total supply. I think Oracles just might be able to finish this thing off, actually. Spore Crawler versus Pulsar Beam when there are 3 of them. And the answer is... Blah, one of the Oracles dies. Oh, wait, they ran out of energy. Oh, man. Spore Crawler had 6 hit points. Very close to dying, but does manage to save the day. Another Spore Crawler there, too. More Oracles moving out. We're doing the Has strategy, ladies and gentlemen. Got some drones down here at this expansion, well, proxy hatch of Wolfman's. So he is technically mining, but this income tab is fairly sad for him. 500 to 200, 300 gas to no gas for Wolfman. Although getting mined out here as Uriel hasn't been able to expand, sadly enough. Okay, so 2 spores and a queen here in the main base against effectively, well, where are these? I know this is probably your rally point of some kind, but move on in. Move on in. Oh, hey, Sheila. Hey there, Sheila. How's it going? How many queens have died in this game? It's 5. 5 queens have been killed so far in this game. 8,500 resources lost for Wolfman compared to 1,200 for Uriel. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculously cost efficient, even among all the cost efficient things. Queens picking off one of the Oracles, but they do get the Spore Crawler. But 2 queens and a spore here, pretty intimidating, but continuing to pump those Oracles out. There are 5 of them on the field. I think they should all have energy for a Pulsar Beam. This one does not, actually, but these 4 do. These 4 do. We're going to speed it up until the Oracles decide to move in, which could be some time. I don't think Wolfman... Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. Teasing me. Staying on the edge of the creep. There's the Pulsar Beam. Got to get those queens. They are... Oh, my gosh. They are dead. Is what they are. Spore Crawler here, too. Might get another Oracle, and does. But that's it. Spore Crawler toast. Drones here at the main base. Toast 2. We have lost 29 drones to these Oracles. Going to take out the lair. Another attack up the front. Roaches desperately trying to get through here. This is just getting sad now, is what this is doing. Oracles still working on this lair. I don't think they have enough energy to do it. 2 of them run out of Pulsar Beam real fast. There's still one ready to go. 15 kills on this Oracle. That is a hero Oracle. How does Oracle have 0 kills? New to the game, apparently. Is this single Oracle going to take down this lair by herself? Yeah, looks like enough energy to do it. That's hilarious. This is going to get 2 kills because of the lair. So that's actually going to kill all of the buildings here. Get out before the Spore Crawler finishes. Run! Run! I guess there's another attack of Roaches and Spine Crawlers trying to burrow themselves up in positions where the Spine Crawlers can actually hit. And it kind of worked, I guess. But there are 3 cannons that can hit the Spine Crawler. This one's getting hit before it even finishes building. Spore Crawler having a great time chasing away these Oracles from that main base. And actually, Spine does kill cannon. And is going after the Forge here, too. Can't allow that. Sentries, finish off the Spine Crawler. I really feel like the sentries could A-move and win this thing. Just coming on down. There's a single queen and a single very injured spine here to stop this from happening. High Templar ready to go. Yeah, from the high ground. Boof, dead. A-move. Go. Go. A-move. All these buildings are dying. Some drones actually popping out from the main base, which is gone. And maybe coming over to... There are some... these are casters, too. Casters as well. Graviton Beam. Not to be confused with Graviton Catapult, as I know I've done from time to time. Additional cannons here, dude. Uriel, if only you knew. If only you knew. Oracle's trying to see what they can... Deciding what they want to kill is more of the question here. Phoenix picking off some Overlords. 4 Oracles going after Spore Crawler and winning the day. So many dead drones. 30 dead drones. Down to 9. All of them, I think, down here? No? Where are there? Just one's hanging out, probably. Probably just one's hanging out somewhere and going after this hatch with mass Oracle is Uriel here. Once again, I'm going to say this one last time. The sentries could A-move and win this because there's only a queen. to stop 8 sentries with +2 attack. I know they're tickle cannons. They don't hit that hard, but they hit hard enough to beat a single queen. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. The oracles do get the natural base of Wolfman, so there's nothing left in the spawning location for Wolfman. All of his things are dead. He's got a couple creep tumors, which will keep the creep around for quite a while, but 6 workers. Where are all 6 drones? Seriously, 1, 2... Are they all? Oh, okay. Somewhere on the gas. That's what it is. 7 here. 3 on the gas. 4 on the minerals. I don't know you even need this much gas income, Wolfman, considering you've just been making lings and roaches for the most part. Yeah, come scouting in. There you go. Scout in, see what this is, and move. There's nothing that can stop you. Spine crawler, not scary enough. Yes, Uriel. Uriel believes. Believes, and the sheep is going to take down the wolf here, ladies and gentlemen. Spinecrawler up a storm. On top of the queen, she does get a transfuse down on the Spinecrawler. 1 sentry falls, another transfuse. Keeping that spine alive, but the queen's dead, the spine is dead, and that's going to be all she wrote for the Wolfman. All these drones are fair game. Good game from Wolfman. Good game from Uriel. One of the weirdest games you probably ever played, Wolfman, if I had to estimate. And that's it. Uriel's your winner. Wants to stick around and kill stuff? No, does not. Has left the game, too. All right. So that's it for game number 2. We'll come back with more One Trick Wednesday from Falcon Paladin in just a second. Oh, welcome back to One Trick Wednesday, everybody. Game number 3 will be between Ling King and Mimic on Acolyte, the latter edition. Lots of A-named maps today. In the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the red Protoss player. It is Mimic. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Ling King. So once again, which one of these players is going to be going Spellcaster only today? Actually, really hard to tell with Protoss. What if theirs is not a Spellcaster, actually? Let's think about this. Tempest, not a Spellcaster. Okay, Observer, not a Spellcaster. But I think I said Detection was fine, so that doesn't help. Stalkers have Blink. Zealots have Charge. Archons, not a Spellcaster, even though they come from Spellcasters of High Templar or Dark Templar, which have Blink themselves. Good gravy. Is everything Gateway? At least Immortal has Barrier. Disruptor has Purification Nova. Colossus, not a caster. Okay. So yeah, the list is pretty low, I would say, of things that Protoss can do and can make that are not casters. Really should have maybe thought this a little bit more through, but hey, we're having a good time. We're having a good time, all right? Very quick Stargate from Mimic. Probably going to be an Oracle. Based on what we're seeing, it is a 2-base opening. Has that second base open. Excuse me. Well, not open. It's under construction here at the safe location. We do have another Oracle name ready to go. And a double Stargate opening from Mimic here. Huh. And a quick lair infestation pit from Ling King here. Oh, boy. He might just be going for Swarm Host. Swarm Host would be interesting. Really fast Swarm Hosts. Oracle in production. And another Oracle in production for Mimic, maybe. This Oracle's name is Raid. Raid. Kills bugs dead. Second Stargate's not doing anything. That's a problem. Infestors, Caster with pathogen glands on the way here, too. So basically what we're looking at here is Raid versus 2 queens and a spore here at this natural base of Ling King. So good luck with that is all I have to say. Plot, 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 plot. Queens didn't even get involved there. How about the main base? Is that protected? Kind of. Don't go after the queens. No. All right. So actually surprisingly not well protected. There's a spore crawler, but it's not placed well enough to stop Raid from going after these oracles, or after these drones rather. Yeah, this is real bad. Seven kills is way too many kills. No, the spore, 8 kills. And it's 25 to 33 harvesters. Mimic is up. Totally worth it here. Photon overcharging away an Overlord that does have speed. Very, very quick. Very quick speed Overlord there. Wow. All right, so some crazy things going on in this game. That second Stargate never did anything, did it? Oh, I guess there's a Void Ray. There is a Void Ray out. Okay, so second Stargate, I guess, kind of did a little bit. A little bit of something here. Oversaturating his natural base is Ling King should probably expand here. Is it just Mass Infester? Maybe it's just Mass Infester from Ling King, which can be fun, actually. Infested Terrans, Fungal, pretty good combination there. And the burrow cast ability is also very wonderful. Neuroparasite to neural some of those larger units like Void Rays. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. More Spore Crawlers in production here for Linking. Worried about potential future Stargate stuff. Did he scout? He did scout the double Stargate. Okay, so good job by him. Recognizing the threat and working to neutralize it. Third base on the way from Ling King here just outside of his main ramp. Going to be 3-basing it. Well, it's a 2-base Protoss, but it's 2-base for a while, so economically our Protoss should be just fine. It's 48 to 31 Harvesters. Mimic has been macroing real hard so far throughout this game. Infestors are moving out. Do they have Burrow? They do have Burrow. They had Pathogen Gland, so they have plenty of energy. Let's see what they can get done for Ling King here. Void Rays have spells too. So, I mean, technically, everybody's keeping up with the rules. I guess what this did is made me realize how many units can cast spells in StarCraft 2. The answer is a lot of them, like over half, if I had to guess. It is Swarm Host. We're linking with the follow-up here. Do you take down the third base with these Infestors is the question of the day. There's a Zealot, so many Void Rays. Okay, maybe like a fungal infested Terran thing would be real good here. Can you not get through this? That's too small of a gap. You can burrow under units, right? Yeah, there it is. Oh, infested Terrans popping out, getting killed. There's the fungal. Infested Terrans are here, though. Ah, run! Run, Void Rays. Don't try to stand and fight. These guys have a lot of DPS. Wow. 3 Void Rays dead. Pylons going down. What else can you focus down here, you guys? Oh, getting that gateway. That's fantastic. And a cybernetics core. Ah! Which means he needs to make another gateway to make another cybernetics core. That's interesting stuff, is what that is. And the Infestors are still inside the main base of a Mimic. Does he have detection? Oh, a couple of Infested Terrans having a great time in this mineral line, too, here in the main base. Don't mind us. We're just shooting your guys. Having a great time here. Got these claws coming out of the back of our heads. And more Infested Terrans showing up. Probes running from this group of Infested Terrans, which seems pretty intelligent, except for the ones on gas. Gee, Willikers, 17 probes have died so far. Probes transferring themselves over here to this third base. There is a cannon for detection here at the third, but I think that is literally all the detection that Mimic has right now. Void Rays going for the counterattack. We can't beat this. We can't detect these guys. We don't have a cybernetics core, so we can't make a robotics facility. Oh, this is crazy. This is a crazy game. Void Rays are here. 4 queens, not transfuses. Go, transfuse, go. Ah, not enough. Not enough. In range of the Spore Crawler to get off one of the Void Rays. Fantastic. There are still 6 of them, though. Transfuses, Spore Crawlers taking out another Void Ray. This is really close. Really close. Another Void Ray possibly going to go down. Their prismatic alignment is dead. They wasted it on the Queen. Should have saved it for the Spore Crawler here. Queen needs to be attacking at the same time the Spore Crawler has figured it out. Figured that out. More Queens joining the party, and I think these Void Rays are just dead or running for their lives, and they are. So that's 4 Void Rays, and Mimic in a lot of trouble. Did take an expansion to the top left corner and taking one to the left of the natural too. So technically 5 bases here for Mimic, but income actually fairly even. Fairly even. More Infestors joining the party here for Ling King. He has a Swarm Host, 19 Infestors, throwing down some Infested Terrans here at this third base location for Mimic. And Infestors do manage to escape without dying. One has been killed so far, but I think that's all right. That's probably going to be okay. Yeah, really scouting going to be important here. Doesn't know about this base or this base. Does Ling King. This kind of looks like the Infestors only One Trick Wednesday that we had, which was a lot of fun. I think maybe if we got back to single unit only, right? Single unit only One Trick Wednesdays, maybe we would get some more participation, but I don't know. Million cannons coming up at this natural base. For Mimic, you got to kill these fast. You got to Infested Terran these things down, but I think the energy is too low for many of them. Yeah, Linking is going to go ahead and let this turtle thing happen for the Mimic. Queens marching their way across the map for, I guess, transfusing purposes. Single Swarm Host wandering across the map too. I wonder if that was an accident. I mean, Spawn Locust is a spell, so I think you could be making more of these if you wanted. Ling King. Both players have opposite problems. Ling King is gas-starved and mineral-heavy, where Mimic is mineral-starved and gas-heavy at this particular moment in time. Replacement gateway for Mimic coming up at his 5th base location on the far left side of the map, so he can make a new cybernetics core. And he's going to try to use one swarm host to get rid of... Oh, I guess, sure, this cannon... no, wait, what are you doing? Get rid of the pylon. I wanted to see if 2 locusts could take down a pylon. And you know what? They absolutely can, with time to spare. Even considering the fact that they ran away from their target for a second. DPS is real good for locusts, you guys. Real good. Void Rays joining the party, but they can't see anything because they're all burrowed. Fungal. Whoa, got on range of the cannons. Little dangerous there. There are the infested turns, and so good here. But cannon assists, making them not as good as the other ones would be. Queens have finished their journey all the way up to the front door of Mimic, and they're attacking stuff. This is amazing. Just for general anti-air. No upgrades on these guys, mind you. But I think that's going to be okay for them. A lot of infestors, all of them with full-on energy. Joining the party here for linking, and I think at this point it's just kind of going to be a slow death for our Protoss player. I know a lot of cannons are up here, but infested Terrans are free units, as Protoss and Terran are known to say from time to time. Queens attacking the Void Ray. Boom! Pylons going down here too. Fleet Beacon for Mimic. Gonna basically 3-base carrier this maybe. Which seems fairly viable. Still has 51 probes, mind you. 51 probes despite losing 19. The macro has been consistent for Mimic. Let me tell you what. Alright, so 3rd base is gone for Mimic. Every last trace of Protoss gone. Completely out. Infested Terrans focusing down one of the Stargates that Mimic has. And by one of the Stargates, I mean the only Stargate, actually, that Mimic has. Oh no, he's got a Fleet Beacon but no Stargates. Meanwhile, some Void Rays swinging into this 3rd base of linking. 2 of them having a pretty good time taking down an Extractor. They'll probably get this hatch too. I don't think these 2 Queens are enough to win, but they chase them away. Chase them away regardless. Speeding it up here. More Infested Terran action here at the main base of the Mimic. Going to take out the Nexus, which seems like a pretty good thing, but once again, he has no idea about these bases over here. A lot of Infested Terran spawns, trying to get rid of these cannons. Actually pretty good against static defense. The probes coming into fight too, but I think that just means they die along with the cannons. There's a lot of Infested Terrans at the back here that are not attacking. Gotta stutter step forward here, gentlemen. Getting this pylon would actually depower the rest of these cannons. Exactly. Excellent job. Excellent job, Infested Terrans. You may now die, as you are fated to do. And that's it. That's going to be it for this base here, too, for Mimic. Now, I think Linking feels like he's won this game, which is going to be a problem for him, because there are still 2 more bases he needs to conquer. He's got some Swarm Hosts sitting down here, 3 of them. Does he have a total of 4? He does have a total of 4. And, okay, the Swarm Hosts are joining the party in the north here. Okay, so Linking at this point, if you're not getting the message, your opponent is being revealed. Because he hasn't rebuilt his base, you got to start looking. You got to start scouting for other stuff. And so far, not really working out. This probe from Mimic, going to try to expand somewhere, I think. I don't know what else the probe would be doing here. I'm not sure if Linking even saw that, actually. No, he did. He's chasing it. He's chasing the probe, trying to see where it is. And look at this. Surprise base! Surprise 3rd base with absolutely nothing defending it at all, which seems problematic. And this probe actually made it in his journey down to the bottom right-hand corner here. Got some Void Rays attacking here at this natural base of Linking. Did he ran out of Spore Crawlers here, ladies and gents. This base is in a lot of trouble. Linking might actually be in trouble just economically right now. As the Terrans finishing off the Nexus. There is another one coming up for Mimic, though, and he might build one in the bottom right-hand corner here, too. Carrier production has begun. And it's a Spire for Linking. He has a lot of money. 5,000, 2,000 in the bank here. Getting Spore Crawlers up to defend his main, which is really his last base. Not doing anything else with anything. He could make 1,000,000 drones right now because technically he has 27 larvae and 5,000 minerals. He could just kind of catch up in the economy. Void Ray does get killed. A little too close to the Queens there. Here at this natural base of Linking, heading on back home. Linking says, all right, I killed that base. Still not being revealed. Let's walk here and get hit by these cannons. Oh, hey, hit by cannons. Not great. Ugh. Losing an infestor. Explosion animation is always a little bit ugh. Always a little bit ugh here. And when in doubt, carriers. We are seeing a lot of carriers on the channel this week, you guys. This is carrier week on the Falcon Paladin channel. Queen's trying to fight these cannons. Not working out too well. You know what'd be really good here is Swarm Host. Be real good. Carriers joining the party. Void Ray carrier. Surprisingly scary here. Swarm Host gets picked off immediately. There's the Fungal. And there's the Infested Terran, but there are cannons, there are Void Rays, there are Interceptors. The Infested Terran's not lasting that long, but the chain... Oh, the chain Fungal promise here is pretty good, actually. The Infested Terrans are starting to pop a little bit, but no. DPS of the Interceptors, too good. Too good. Swarm Hosts need to burrow. Burrow! They can't see you if you're burrowed. Oh, that one tries to burrow. Oh, not close enough. Not fast enough, unfortunately. Whoa! All right, 23 Corruptors in production for Ling King. I think he's going to be okay, you guys. That's what he's using all of his gas on. He's down to 0 gas. So he's in a bit of a desperate situation. He only has 7 drones remaining compared to 27 for Mimic, but I get the feeling this is going to be bad news bears for these carriers very, very soon. Infested Terrans finishing off. Get the pylon. Get the pylon. Get the pylon. Depower the cannons. Ah, got it. Just barely got it. All 4 cannons at the front are depowered. Carriers having a great time getting rid of this natural base by Ling King. And Overlord's hiding in here in the bottom right-hand corner. Where did all the Corruptors go? Here they are. Hello. Entire page of Corruptors. And then some, right? Where are the rest of them? Doesn't he have 23? He does have 23. Oh, yeah, it's 24 per page. 24 per page, and here we go. Not A moving. And trying to deal with Interceptors, which is stupid. Come on. Come on, Ling King. Figure it out. Figure it out. You want to take down the carriers. Stop spinning around in circles, you guys. There we go. Generally in concert here, recognizing what we're doing here. Void Rays are so good against Corruptors. With that prismatic alignment doing extra damage versus armored, which Corruptors are, and losing way too many Corruptors in this battle. Way too many. 14 Corruptors have died, but there are enough left to take down the 2 remaining carriers. There are 9 of them. Carrier gonna retreat. Queen's attacking directly into Mimic's base. Another expansion up for Mimic. He's got 2 bases, technically. That the Zerg player does not know about. He's making additional carriers, which does not seem exceptionally wise, I would say, and that's it. Mimic decides it is time to go. Time to head home. Ling King is victorious, and Mimic has left the game. Great job. Great job. Really weird one. Really strange game. He discovered he could make Corruptors because of Caustic Spray. Because of Caustic Spray. Good thing he had all this money banked up. I don't know what he would have done otherwise. All right, that's Game 3. We'll be back with Game 4 and the announcement of the next One Trick Wednesday in 2 weeks in just a second. And the final game of One Trick Wednesday for Falcon Paladin for September 20th will be between Dynamite and Dragon on Mech Depot, the Ladder Edition. In the top right-hand corner of the map, we have the Red Zerg player. It is Dragon from Neverres. And in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, we have the Blue Terran player. It is Dynamite. I think that's a take on Dynamite, but with the Dano instead from Maldidibi. No idea what that clan tag is. Can't decipher it even the tiniest bit here. Quick pool from Dragon. That's very interesting. Quick pool. Again, Lings do happen to be not casters, so I wonder if Dynamite is the one doing the challenge here. Seems possible. This is Mech Depot. Not a lot of games cast on this map yet, but I do love the trees. Love the pine trees here. Love the interesting little flora down here too. I guess those are flowers technically. So technically flowers is what they are. An extractor on the way from Dragon here too. Perhaps worried about an early 3-Rax Reaper out of Dynamite, but so far just a barracks, just a regular old barracks. Might get a Reaper name out of it. And when we can get a Reaper name, we will use a Reaper name because the Reaper name list is long. It is real long, and we want one that's actually not too rambly this time, so that's good. Once again, stick around to the end of the cast to see exactly what the challenge is going to be for the next edition of One Trick Wednesday. Second gas coming in for Dragon, and making a queen, and now expanding. This is a very strange build. Wait, are you expanding, Dragon? What is happening? What is going on here? I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's going to be a Marine from Dynamite. All right. That's fine. Not going to get a Reaper name, unfortunately. I don't know. I really can't figure out what Dragon is trying to do here. So Queen's done. You can expand to a lair when you have 100 gas, which you have. So I can't think of a reason why you go double gas unless... Yeah, there we go. Dragon. Do you know Falcon Paladin? Says Dragon. Drone scouting here is Dragon Marine chasing it. No, says Dynamite. See, there's a lot of people that play StarCraft that don't know who I am. I've been doing this for 2.5 years, and still, the name of Falcon Paladin is not widely known through the StarCraft ranks. Unfortunately, you're in for a treat, says Dragon. Oh, he is expanding now. Wonderful news. He is upgrading to a lair now, which is also excellent news, and a very ninja expansion from Dynamite. Here in the top left-hand corner, wow. He has had too many of his early bases wrecked by Zerglings on this map. Doesn't really know how to wall that off. That he's just expanding in the top left. He's going to make that work. And I think it's going to work unless this Overlord is moving, and it's not. This Overlord is just sort of hanging out. Just hanging out. No big deal. Starport in production here for Dynamite. So you might be able to tell, but I'm a little bit under the weather here. My throat is sore, but I'm casting anyway because I love you guys. I think what I might do after this to rest my voice is just go watch a film. Thinking Shaun of the Dead. I've actually watched Hot Fuzz and The World's End, but have never seen Shaun of the Dead, which means I'm doing it backwards, I think. I'm doing this thing all sorts of backwards, so I'll watch that, and should be a wonderful evening for all involved. Infestation Pit coming in for Dragon. Is he just rushing Infestors? Seems entirely possible. And Marine production here from Dynamite. Looks like it's going to be a medevac drop. Oh, but a Viking here too. Widowmine drop from Dynamite. Oh, this could be problematic. Oh, there's a Spore Crawler from Dragon. Never mind. Never mind. He's got a Spore. Again, he has a lair already, so we can get Overseers up real quick too, which is excellent. Excellent indeed, in case he needs them. Again, their detection, which... I don't know if I specifically said you can make flying detection, but maybe it was implied. Overseers are casters, though, so that's easy for Dragon to figure out. Overseers can cast Changeling and Contaminate. 4 Infestors on the way from Dragon, not even worrying about Pathogen Glands here. This is interesting for sure. Got that Queen skin going on here. That's interesting. I actually did see a Reddit post that said, can we just, in the production tab on replays, can we not show the skins up there? Really makes it hard to differentiate from different things, between different things. Is he burrowing both Widowmines at the natural? He is. All right, so 1 drone each. That seems acceptable loss level for Dragon here. Spore Crawler immediately up, and Spine Crawler trying to reburrow itself and reposition itself in a place and get these Widowmines, but no, actually bypassing. They're on cooldown. And now they're going to burrow here in range. Oh, that's visible. That is visible. Yeah, super visible. Go get it, Queen. Go get him. Oh. 4 kills, 5 kills. Oh, that is not good. 10 drones killed by 2 Widowmines and still here. Still hanging out, mind you. No big deal. Dragon, your priority needs to be getting rid of these things. I don't care what else you're doing. I know you're getting burrow. No, you're making Infestors, but sheesh. All right, so this Queen is going to get rid of this Widowmine before it can fire. Again, its friend is already dead, and by going to get rid of it, it's close. It was very close there. Viking flying around for Dynamite, looking for Overlords to kill, and you know what? There's one in the general vicinity of where you're hunting, but you're not going to find it because you're going the wrong direction, unfortunately for you. So yeah, this expansion for Dynamite up and running. Pretty darn happy about that. Did not bother taking his natural at all, which he could probably afford to do right now. He's got a tank. He's got a few Marines. Got ourselves more factories in production and an armory done for those upgrades. But here comes our Burrow Infestor hit squad. Infestor hit squad! 5 Infestors with energy. Not a lot of it because pathogen glands. I am so lispy when it comes to pathogen glands. Pathogen glands, not researched yet, but that's okay. Future Infestors, these 2 that are in production now, will have the upgrade when they pop out. So apparently the Zerg players that heard the challenge decided that Mass Infestor is what Mass Spellcaster is. So it's fun. It's definitely fun. I'm not going to argue with you there. All right. Oh, they might get rid of this. Supply depot is down. Both supply depots are down. You can see this is the thing. You can see that pretty well, actually. Right? If you're looking for it. Ah, surprise! Million infested Terrans! Ah! Everything's gonna die. Medevac's dead. SCV's dead. I think that might just be it. That might just be a game-ending infested Terran play. Viking dead. And there's the scan about 8 hours too late. I think a tank got a shot off at some point, but didn't really do much of anything else here. Thor is here. There are 100 million infested Terrans here, though, so pull out. I'm gonna repair this one Thor and rid the base of these infested Terrans. Infested Terrans walking. It's an interesting animation for sure. It's a good one. That's what I like about this game. It's just the little details of how an infested Terran would walk. It's more of like a lurch kind of a thing. It's what it is. Oh! So speaking of Hot Fuzz, I actually didn't realize this when I first saw this, but Maisie Williams, who plays Arya in Game of Thrones, was talking about the first time that she acted with the Hound, whose name is Rory something or other. And she's like, I know I'd seen him somewhere. Then I realized it was Hot Fuzz. And then Rory speaks into the microphone at this event that they're at and says, Yarp. And yeah, that's exactly right. He's the huge guy that says Yarp. Had no idea. Big Game of Thrones fan. The Chain Fungal is getting rid of all the SCVs that were repairing this Thor. So we're down to 18 dead SCVs, 25 in total right now, which is not terrible. And a Raven. Smart move by Dynamite, getting the Raven to deal with this burrow and infested Terran play. I like it very much. Overseer in production for Dragon. Resources lost here are going to be not pretty. 750 lost for Dragon compared to 3,038 for Dynamite. Double expanding his Dragon. That is his third and his fourth bases. However, we're 3 basing it for Dynamite, upgrading to a command center with Planetary Fortress and a missile turret here too. So the mission for Dragon just got a lot harder. Neural parasiting. Oh, neural parasiting the Thor and the Raven. Oh, that might be it. That might just be GG. If you neural parasite the Thor and the Raven outside of the range of this PF. Yeah. That's not great. That is not great if you happen to be Dynamite. But infested tearing it again. And very smartly just getting out of the way. Here are the units. And trying to sneak on in, but oh, the detection. Oh, there's the neural parasite on the Thor. And the Raven. There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Thor wrecking stuff. Raven could probably toss down a spell of some kind, but nope. That neural parasite wore off. And one infestor manages to get the heck on out of there. That was chaotic, but not exactly as game-ending as I expected. Overseer flies on in so fast. Look at the speed on this guy, 4.72. Changeling drops, just to prove, you know, this is definitely a caster unit of some kind. So it's 54 to 29 total harvesters. Dragon is up. Dragon is feeling his oats. Feeling extremely strong here. Bunker missile turret barracks here for Dynamite. Just working on what he needs. Nidus network. I love a good Nidus network. I really do. Dragon is making one inside his main base. I guess for the infestors, once again, you could be making Swarm Host, which I think would work better in this situation, honestly. Swarm Host really good against planetary fortresses. Infested Terrans, not so much. And it's just they can attack a little bit more frequently than the infestors can. Their energy regeneration rate is not as good. Not as good as you might think for that sort of thing. Actually, can you cast an infested Terran, get down to 0 energy, then get enough energy to cast another infested Terran before Swarm Host has another Locust ready to go? That's something we could test. Yeah, see the skin? What is that thing? I mean, I can hover over it and see that it's a Swarm Host. I guess Dragon was listening to my little spiel about Swarm Hosts. Indeed, that does seem to be what is going on here. So, setting up another contain with straight infestor, which seems odd. Does seem very odd indeed. Got some bunkers at the front for Dynamite. That's good. That's good. Especially with the tank, with the Thor here that does in fact have 11 kills. Does that count friendly kills? Does that count units that you destroyed? That warrior on your own team? I don't know. Probably does. Probably does. There's probably a StarCraft Mythbusters about that one. So can you throw the infested Terrans up on this cliff? There we go. Doing little curvy things there. Thor's coming in, try to deal with this. I don't think it's being enough. Viking forced to flee. There's the mass repair on the Thor again, and it's actually doing okay here. Does one-shot the infested Terrans, and what are you attacking exactly, guys? Ah, the Locust coming in for round 2. Yeah, these guys are your problem. That's what they are. Missile turret gone. Marine gone. Just trying to burn down this Thor as fast as they can, but the repair is too much. Man, look at these swarm hosts. Look at that skin on the swarm host. That's crazy. That's a crazy go nuts one. Dragon expanding twice again for a 5th and a 6th base versus the 3 bases for Danomite. Still pretty close in worker count, 59 to 45. Income about 2,000 for Dragon, 1,200 for Danomite. Is he using his mules is the question. He is. He's using them pretty well. All right, so I think we can do this. One more round of Swarm Host, plus another bit of Infestor here. Yep, Dragon is setting up. Setting up. Where does he want to go? How does he want to do this thing? He's not even using his Nidus, strangely. Locusts going to this natural. Never mind. Changing their mind entirely. Coming to the main base instead. Not even worrying about the Thor, really? Now worrying about the Thor. Yeah, the Thor is in trouble now. Large amounts of trouble. Is the repair enough? Actually, yes, the repair is enough. Thor has 45 kills. 45 kills, ladies and gentlemen. That is a boss Thor. But too many bases, I think, for Dragon. Too many swarm hosts. He is continuing to produce those at an alarming rate. He's up to 31. 31 locusts is a lot of locusts. I know Planetary Fortress has 16 kills. I know Thor has 45, but I say. All right, million swarm hosts, march. I don't know how many that is, actually. 54. 54 locusts coming into this natural base, just laying waste to the bunkers. The Thor's going to fall this time for sure. Planetary Fortress getting repaired, sort of. But no, that's a good game from Danomite. Danomite is defeated and Dragon is victorious. And his Zerg player wins the final match of the day. Woo! All right. So good one. Good one by Dragon. Making it happen with Infestor, Swarm Host, Overseer. Excellent. There's a battle cruiser in production for Danomite. That's fun. I don't know how much good it would do, but that's okay. All right, so the challenge for next One Trick Wednesday is going to be no Vespene gas. No mining Vespene gas, which means we're basically going to see worker rushes or zealot rushes, marine rushes, ling rushes, or a combination of a worker zealot, right? Marine, ling rush. I'm okay with that. We'll see how this works out. We'll see who can be the most efficient with their race this way. Very short games. We'll pack a lot of them into it. Again, you have 10 days. 10 days to send in your submissions to falconpaladin@gmail.com with the subject of One Trick Wednesday. If you want to put no Vespene gas in the title, that sometimes helps, but not necessary. So 10 days after that, I will not be getting them to my screeners. It will not be considered for One Trick Wednesday on October 4th. All right, so that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /FalconPaladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.